Iloilo Science and Technology University, Doctor of Education, with concentration in Educational Management, Level 3, Phase 2 accreditation with the Accrediting Agency of Chartered Colleges and Universities in the Philippines. Area 3, Instruction. Objectives are basic tools that underlie all planning and strategic activities of any educational institution, which serves as guide for desired performance. The College of Education Graduate Education Programs of Iloilo Science and Technology University has well-defined objectives contextualized in her vision, mission, goals, and core values. Vision. ISAT University is a leading science and technology university in Southeast Asia by 2030. Mission. The university is committed to provide quality and relevant advanced education, higher technological, professional instruction and training in arts, sciences, education, architecture, engineering, agriculture, forestry and other fields of study, thereby producing locally oriented, globally competitive and eco-friendly human resources. It shall promote research and development programs to advance science and technology and undertake sustainable extension and production activities. Core value. I-CARE, which stands for integrity, commitment, accountability, responsiveness, excellence. Institutional goals. 1. To provide a nurturing environment where academic freedom is guaranteed and respected for the optimum development of human potentials. 2. To produce highly competent and eco-friendly graduates, who will become leaders and experts in the field of specialization. 3. To conduct research towards the advancement of science and technology. 4. To provide extension and production activities for the improvement of the quality of life in the community. 5. To provide effective and efficient delivery of services through responsive management of human, physical, financial and information resources. Institutional outcomes and graduate attributes. ISAT-U graduates will demonstrate love of God and nation, expertise in their field of specialization, leadership in the practice of their profession, social responsiveness, gender sensitivity and respect towards people, environment awareness and concern to domestic and global issues, and ability to communicate effectively and think critically and creatively. ISAT-U graduates will work with integrity and commitment in their respective fields of endeavors, harmoniously in a multidisciplinary and multicultural environment. ISAT-U graduates will engage in lifelong learning by keeping abreast with the latest development in the society, and the development and transfer of technology. Objectives. 1. To provide learning structure that will enhance leadership and managerial capabilities of students along advanced professional, technological and scientific education. 2. To update curricular programs that deal with current trends and issues in various disciplines in consonance with the local, regional, national, and global concerns. 3. To upgrade technological competencies of graduate students. 4. To develop graduate students' research capabilities by conducting research-based projects, and 5. To provide a venue for graduate students' active participation in community projects, civic and cultural activities. The College of Education Graduate Education Program produces the nation's academic leaders in the Philippines. All students are encouraged to think rigorously, to understand and appreciate the craft of scholarship and research, to demonstrate interest in and a capacity to make a difference in education, to be committed to diversity, and to have aspirations to become leaders of highest integrity. Research Fora. The Graduate Education Program has been conducting research fora, where graduate students are given the opportunity to present papers, and to develop their appreciation for research. Attendance in seminar workshops. The various professors handling subjects and courses in the graduate education programs brought their students to attend various seminars on educational leadership and current trends in education, to enhance their leadership and managerial capabilities, and for them to be able to discuss in depth the current local, regional and global issues and concerns in various sectors and industries that affect the academe. International webinar. Hands-on laboratory and other classes with ICT integration. Globally, the educational systems adopt new technologies to integrate teaching and learning processes, to equip students with the knowledge and skills necessary for contemporary times. ICT facilitates the delivery of instruction and enhanced learning process. In this way, the teaching profession is evolving from teacher-centered to student-centered, from face-to-face to remote learning, from structured to flexible, from traditional to authentic assessment, and from macro to micro teaching environment. Proving her worth as a science and technology university, ICT are integrated in educational processes, thus enriching the teaching learning processes, research, extension, technology transfer and commercialization. The Doctor of Education major in Educational Management students of the College of Education Graduate School have engaged in series of activities in their classes integrating ICT, using different softwares, for example, the latest versions of statistical packages and other online platforms. Extension Services Outreach Program. The spirit of volunteerism and sharing is being inculcated among the COE graduate education students through various extension projects and activities. Extension is one of the tripartite functions that institutions of higher learning have. It serves as a link between college, the partner organization and the various constituents in the adopted barangays of the college. The Extension Program of the College of Education Graduate Education Program is research-based and is aptly entitled UNCA DOS, which means Upgrading and Nurturing Green Knowledge, with Accountable Development Outcomes and Sustainability. Extension work, hand in hand with research, is done to ensure that knowledge and technologies generated by research finds its way to the intended beneficiaries, which in the case of the College of Education Graduate Education Program, are from Barangay UNCA DOS Pavia, Pavia Iloilo and Ahui Iloilo. These are activities collaboratively conducted and participated by professors and students, to enhance the connection between theory and practice. The following were the field trips conducted by the Doctor of Education faculty and students: 8th National Education Forum, Pasay City, August 31, 2018, 2nd GAIN National Convention, Dusit Thani Hotel, Makati, February 8, 2019. These field trips widen students' horizon about their future profession and vocational direction. Benchmarking activities. These are activities participated by professors and Doctor of Education students. Benchmarking in education sets standards for learning and achievement. These activities provide opportunities for participants to discover other agencies' best practices that will serve as models that can be adopted to improve current practice. Systematic and effective procedures. Doctor of Education program are composed of faculty with specialization in curriculum, instruction and evaluation, school supervision and administration, and educational management. In curriculum development, stakeholders are involved in curriculum review and in crafting the course syllabi. As a product, the syllabi are outcomes-based, gender-sensitive, reflective of varied teaching methodologies and authentic assessment. With the advent of COVID-19, an innovative implementation of the curriculum, particularly on the mode of teaching, is incorporated. Flexible learning modes, supported with local and international webinars, and research colloquium on essential topics, were also open to interested individuals and institutions worldwide. A sustainable educational program and development are on progress, embracing the change of time now and beyond. All the activities of the university for the succeeding year is supported by the Learning Continuity Plan of the university. Reasonable budget. Iloilo Science and Technology University has reasonable budget allotted to research, extension and instruction, as the tripartite function of higher education institutions. Provision of materials and other resources. Appropriate instructional materials and other resources that serve as supplements for excellent instruction are provided by the College of Education Graduate Education Program for its students. Participation of significant number of faculty, staff, students, and community in major projects and activities. Well-documented activities. The activities of the College of Education Graduate Education Program are well documented not just because the college is aggressively pursuing accreditation for all its programs, and at the same time continuously preparing for ISO certification, but because the college would like to make sure that the activities which are part of the historical development of the college and its programs are well documented for posterity. Distinctions, achievements and grants of this program, best practices. The College of Education is one of the higher education institutions that has been awarded with the Center of Development by the Commission on Higher Education. Centers of Development refers to a department or college within a higher education institution, which demonstrates the potential to become a center of excellence in the future. It aims to sustain and develop excellence of higher education institutions by enhancing their teaching, research and service programs to further national building and national development. This distinction from the Commission on Higher Education proves that the College of Education of Iloilo Science and Technology University is continuously looking for avenues to improve the programs it offers, instructional delivery, research, extension activities, the procedures and the policies of the college. Faculty of the Doctor of Education program are members of Regional Quality Assurance Team. Currently, the College of Education is working on towards achieving the Center of Excellence distinction. Furthermore, the College of Education has submitted 3 proposals for RECPE grants by the Commission on Higher Education waiting for feedback and approval. Iloilo Science and Technology University, Doctor of Education with concentration in Educational Management, passed Level 3 Phase 1 accreditation, with the accrediting agency of chartered colleges and universities in the Philippines. Research. Well-defined objectives. The Doctor of Education researches are anchored towards the goals and objectives of ISOT University's Research Services Division. Goal 1. To facilitate conduct of quality and relevant S&T researches, other creative works and activities that are relevant to the needs of the community. To conduct quality R&D activities, based on ISOT University R&D agenda, using collaborative and interdisciplinary approaches. Goal 2. To achieve and maintain standards of global academic and technological excellence, through enhancing the researcher's capabilities. Objectives. 1. To conduct and attend trainings to enhance faculty and staff R&D capabilities. 2. To increase competent faculty researchers, to provide pure science and technology research leadership. 3. Strengthen linkages with R&D institutions. Goal 3. To provide responsive research management support systems. Objectives. 1. To review and come up with relevant R&D policies. 2. To provide R&D facilities and laboratories. 3. To prepare and validate all requirements in research reporting. The institution's research agenda are in consonance with institutional, regional and national priorities, especially those of government agencies such as DOST. National Higher Education Research Agenda, NADA, WVCIERD, etc. Research Agenda. Curriculum and instruction. Instructional materials development, teaching effectiveness, teaching and learning facilities, evaluation, tracer study of graduates. Organization and management. Industry-related R&Ds. Processes, materials and methods. Baseline data, needs, linkages, facilities, safety. Health, environment and climate change. Food sufficiency and agricultural products. Gender and development. Information systems development, embedded systems, distributed systems, and green computing. Robotics. Alternative energy. Adequate and relevant projects and activities to achieve objectives. The University Research Services Division encourages the faculty and students to conduct researches toward the achievement of the university's research agenda. Research activities conducted. Research proposals of the faculty members undergo the in-house review to ensure their quality and relevance to the needs of the university and community. The researches of the faculty members, teaching in the Doctor of Education with concentration in Educational Management program, are based on the research agenda of the university. Some researches were highly significant in the management and activities of the academic institutions. Parents-Teachers Association, PTA, Collection Management System by Dr. Lou Mauag. The extent of implementation of the mother tongue-based multilingual education and performance of pupils and teachers in the schools division of Iloilo City, towards enhancing of a technical assistance plan by Dr. Sao. Awareness and acceptability of ESOT University's vision, mission, goals and curricular program objectives by Dr. Ambit and others. Bullying prevention practices in the public schools by Dr. Batoon and others. Needs assessment of Unca dos Pavia, a baseline data of a research-based development community extension program of the College of Education by Dr. Siriaco. ESOT University admission test by Dr. Echeverria. Problem on internet connectivity, baseline data for flexible learning by Dr. Lou Mauag, Dr. Batoon and others. Dynamics of learners in an online classroom and social media by Dr. Lou Mauag. And online guidance testing management by Dr. Tuazon Gutierrez. Research outputs of the Doctor of Education students were adopted in classes of indigenous community and university. The university also encourages the involvement of the Doctor of Education students in the conduct of research activities to help address the needs of the community. Enhancing research capabilities. Faculty members are given the opportunity to attend seminars, trainings, workshops to enhance their research capabilities. Doctor of Education students are also highly encouraged to spearhead as well as attend activities that can help improve their research skills. Systematic and effective procedure. The ESOT University Research Services Division has established a system in the implementation, monitoring, evaluation and utilization of research outputs. These are stipulated in the institution's research manual. The policies, guidelines and implementing rules on intellectual property rights are stipulated on the IPR handbook of the university. Furthermore, the institution also has an intellectual property management office. The university has established the Research Ethics Committee. Recently, the College of Education Graduate Education Program recommended the inclusion of the intellectual property and research ethics in the orientation of the new graduate education students. The institution also provides incentives to faculty researchers, such as monetary incentives for publication, utilized/commercialized research, research presentations, invention, utility models, research citations and winning in contests, researcher's fee, deloading, honorarium and service credit. The Doctor of Education program also conducts pre-oral and final oral defense of students. During the ECQ, in order not to hamper their graduation, online oral defense was organized. Reasonable budget. There is a reasonable budget for the conduct of researches. The research budget increases every year for the last 4 years. Provisions for materials and resources. There is an annual procurement program for research. Faculty and staff may request the needed materials and equipment needed for research endeavors. The university provides varied resources to support research endeavors. participation of significant number of faculty, staff, students, community and major projects and activities. Faculty, staff, students, and community are encouraged to participate in research major projects and activities. Awards of distinction and achievement and grants of this program. Best practices adopted. The College of Education is awarded by CHED as a center of development for teacher education. The Doctor of Education faculty and students are encouraged to present papers in local and international fora. The Doctor of Education organized the Graduate School International Research Colloquium 2020, with the theme Research for the Changing World, Creating Synergies, Partnerships and Innovations. There were 6 international graduate program student presenters from Malaysia and Indonesia, and 18 local presenters from the different institutions in the country. 7 ESAT University Doctor of Education students presented their research outputs. Research studies of the faculty under the program are also cited by other researchers. Research citations appear in Scopus and Google Scholar. The citation counts are indications of research impact, and that the research being cited has made contribution to the research that cites it. As a whole, graduate school research pursuits of Iloilo Science and Technology University continuously and responsively leads itself forward for the development, advancement and excellence of various areas in the field of education management and leadership for the benefit of the local, national and international contexts. Iloilo Science and Technology University, Doctor of Education program with concentration in educational management accreditation with the Accrediting Agency of Chartered Colleges and Universities in the Philippines. Faculty Development, Level 3, Phase 1. The quality of education depends largely on the qualifications and competencies of the faculty. Faculty Development Program is a critical factor towards building the strong foundation of an educational system to ensure quality education. Iloilo Science and Technology University Graduate Education Program has always made faculty development a priority concern. The Doctor of Education faculty members have been allotted a reasonable budget for trainings and have been involved in various collaborative activities such as research, extension activities and trainings so they may help produce leaders for Iloilo Science and Technology University, the Philippines and the world. Well-defined objectives. Objectives are basic tools that underlie all planning and strategic activities of a college of any institution which serve as a basis for creating a gauge that help evaluate performance. The College of Education Graduate Education Program of Iloilo Science and Technology University has well-defined objectives as well as vision, mission, goals and core values that are aligned to that of the College of Education and the Iloilo Science and Technology University vision, mission, goals and objectives too. Adequate and relevant projects and activities to achieve objectives. Faculty members of the Doctor of Education are encouraged to participate in various projects and activities of the university and its partner institutions, demonstrate skills and appreciate the craft of research, manifest an interest in and show a capacity to make a difference in education, to be committed to diversity, and to share aspirations for the Doctor of Education graduates to become leaders of highest integrity. Hence the following relevant projects/activities and objectives. Research. The Doctor of Education faculty members have been conducting research locally, nationally and internationally. Attendance in seminar workshops. The various professors of the Doctor of Education program attend various seminars on educational leadership and current trends in education to enhance their leadership and managerial capabilities, as well as for them to supplement classroom learning through the transfer of knowledge and for them to be able to discuss in depth the current local, regional and global issues and concerns in various sectors and industries that affect the academe. They also serve as resource speakers in various seminar workshops. Extension is one of the tripartite functions that institutions of higher learning have. It serves as a link between college, the service area and the various constituents in the adopted barangays of the college. The spirit of volunteerism is renewed and strengthened among the COE graduate education faculty members by their participation in various extension projects and activities. The extension program of the College of Education Graduate Education Program is research-based and is aptly entitled UNCADOS, which means upgrading and nurturing green knowledge with accountable development outcomes, and sustainability extension work, hand in hand with research, is done to ensure that knowledge and/or technologies generated by research finds its way to the intended beneficiaries, which in the case of the College of Education Graduate Education Program are from Barangay UNCADOS Pavia, Pavia Iloilo, and Asia Iloilo. Programs and activities that have been conducted in the barangay. Development of instructional materials. 1. The teacher makes his or her instructional materials and submit it to the Instructional Materials Development Committee. 2. The Instructional Materials Development Committee evaluates the instructional materials either A. For adoption, B. For conditional adoption, C. Not for adoption. 3. The instructional materials is returned to the owner. A. If the instructional materials is recommended for adoption, the teacher and author makes a final copy and submits to the Instructional Materials Development Committee. 4. If recommended for conditional adoption, the teacher and author makes the necessary correction and submits a final copy to the Instructional Materials Development Committee. 5. The Instructional Materials Development Committee reproduces 2 final copies of the instructional materials for ISBN application with the National Library. 6. The Instructional Materials Development Committee applies for copyright with the National Library. 7. The instructional materials is printed for classroom use. Educators with advanced training in the areas of curriculum and instruction help to guide schools to improve policies that inspire greater academic achievement. The Doctor of Education program with concentration in educational management requires an in-depth study of the theory behind instructional techniques while evaluating new methods in the field. The focus changes from what should be taught to how students should be taught in order to learn most efficiency. Course syllabi are updated regularly to include the outcome-based education model to enhance its contents and adopt the changes in the information age. With this, faculty members are able to facilitate knowledge and skills for students to become globally competitive. Faculty members see to it that classroom activities are conducted with dignity and in a conducive learning environment. Translating theoretical knowledge and skills into practical and actual applications have been the credo to the Doctor of Education faculty members. Critical thinking, analytical thinking, creative thinking, and problem-solving teaching strategies are used to stimulate the development of students' higher-order thinking skills. Classroom instruction is enriched by allowing faculty and students to attend symposia, seminar workshops, professional lectures, educational tours and other co-curricular activities. Doctor of Education faculty members gain better understanding of how educational assessment measures student learning as well as the training and network of support teachers need to help their students succeed. The specific types of assessments, exams, projects and other requirements of the courses/subjects in the program are discussed at the beginning of the classes. The procedures in faculty evaluation are adopted. 1. The Research Services Division prepares the instrument for evaluation. 2. Schedule of faculty teaching effectiveness is prepared and submitted to the respective deans for the information of faculty. 3. Faculty teaching effectiveness evaluation is conducted with 30 students as sample size out for the total number of students of the faculty on their respective room schedule. 4. The Research Service Division encodes, processes, tabulates and consolidates the result of the evaluation of respective faculty per college. Individual results are then summarized. 5. Results are signed and certified before releasing to respective colleges after 2 to 3 months. Reasonable budget. The university budget comes from various sources as specified in the DBM guidelines. Fund 101 are allocated for salaries of faculty, bonuses, clothing, allowances, productivity as well as registration fees for trainings and seminars. The maintenance and other operating expenses, MOE, funds are for expenditures of office, supplies and bills for water and electricity. The use of tuition and miscellaneous fees are in accordance with the proposed budget plan of the different programs as approved by the University Board of Regents. Iloilo Science and Technology University has reasonable budget allotted for research, extension and instruction as the tripartite function of the university in addition to production. Provision of materials and other resources. The Doctor of Education curriculum is manned by qualified and competent faculty members who are holders of Doctor of Education or Doctor of Philosophy in Education degree. Faculty members further pursue advanced studies and scholarly endeavors along the specialized field as defined in the priority programs of the university. Laboratory facilities are regularly updated to meet the needs of the students. The computer laboratory rooms are utilized by the Doctor of Education students as needed in their course tasks and activities and are also shared with others' curricular program in the university. The Iloilo Science and Technology University can accommodate sufficient number of users at a time. Online public access catalog is used by the library for easy access of the availability of the books. Internet section is provided in the library. Competent librarian and staff are tasked to manage the library. The library holdings have 17,790 number of titles with 36,407 number of volumes, and with 13,375 number of copyrighted books within the last 10 years. Appropriate instructional materials and other resources that serve as supplements for excellent instruction are provided by the College of Education Graduate Education Program for use of faculty and students in teaching and learning. Participation of significant number of faculty, staff, students and community in major projects and activities. To further enhance their capability, faculty members are allowed to attend training, seminar workshops, symposia and conferences. The participation of the Doctor of Education faculty members in these various academic activities increase morale, motivation, efficiencies in processes, increased capacity to adopt to new technologies and innovation in methodologies and strategies in the teaching and learning process. Faculty members, students, alumni and industry actively participate in the development, review and revisions of the curricular program. The members of the Academic Council as well as the Board of Regents are also involved in the deliberation and in the approval of the revised curriculum. The faculty and students collaborate in the enrichment and updating of the course syllabi. Suggestions on improving the syllabi is gathered during the semester. Revised syllabi are checked by the department head and then forwarded to the Dean, Director of Instruction and Vice President for Academic Affairs for approval. Seminar workshops on outcome-based education syllabi making were also conducted and attended by the faculty of the university. The said activity was spearheaded by the Director of Instruction under the office the Vice President for Academic Affairs. The faculty are encouraged to develop instructional materials. Developed instructional materials are evaluated by internal evaluators as well as external evaluators from the academe or industry who are experts in their field. The Dean then recommends the instructional materials for utilization for approval of the Vice President for Academic Affairs. The instructional materials is forwarded to the National Library for International Standard Book Number. Well-documented activities. The activities of the College of Education Graduate Education Program are well documented not just because the college is aggressively pursuing accreditation for all its programs and at the same time continuously preparing for ISO accreditation, but because the college would like to make sure that the activities which are part of the historical development of the college and its programs are well documented for posterity. Distinctions, achievements and grants of this program, best practices. The College of Education is one of the higher education institutions that has been awarded with the Center of Development by the Commission on Higher Education. This distinction from the Commission on Higher Education proves that the College of Education of Iloilo Science and Technology University is continuously looking for avenues to improve the programs it offers, its instructional delivery, research, extension activities, procedures and the policies of the college. Currently, the College of Education is working towards achieving the Center of Excellence distinction. The Co-Graduate Education Program has conducted an international webinar and international research colloquium sponsored by the Doctor of Education students. The Doctor of Education program is currently strengthening its international student mobility activities amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Furthermore, the College of Education has submitted 3 proposals for CHED grants by the Commission on Higher Education waiting for feedback and approval. These are the Faculty Development Program and activities of the COE Doctor of Education program with concentration in educational management, all for CO excellence. Iloilo Science and Technology University invested in internationalization and globalization activities to achieve its vision and to cope with Industry 4.0. Linkages and consortia with local, national and international stakeholders were built. These linkages and consortia provide opportunities for students and faculty members to share their expertise and further improve their knowledge and skills in their area of expertise. The College of Education has been granted the Center of Development in Teacher Education in April 1, 2016. Having been identified as a Center of Development by the Commission on Higher Education, the college aims to sustain and develop excellence by enhancing its teaching, research and service programs to further nation building and national development. The College of Education graduate program offers Doctor of Education with concentration in educational management. This graduate degree program provides courses that will train managers who shall be responsible in the management of public and private schools as well as vocational and technological activities which are primarily vital to our economic and social development. It also trains students to become responsive to local and national thrusts through linkages in foreign countries. Well-defined objectives. Iloilo Science and Technology University, through the Office of the Vice President for External Affairs, strategically anchors its internationalization and collaboration initiatives on the components of a comprehensive internationalization model. The university translates and rationalizes its internationalization framework by propelling its internationalization and linking directions. Internationalization engagement. Learning and development. Engagement and connections. Furthermore, the College of Education graduate program, specifically the Doctor of Education program, has the following objectives in networking, linkages and consortia. Connect the graduate education program with development partner in the academe, national government agencies, and the local government units in the international community. Enable education programs on basic education, instructional competence, educational management and supervision and others to become responsive to local and national thrusts through linkages in foreign countries. Benchmark standards, local and international, for integration in the education programs in advanced higher education, and transfer educational models through the product of research and linkages for the enhancement of the education program. Adequate and relevant projects and activities to achieve objectives. Iloilo Science and Technology University connects with different local and national institutions. The national and international linkages and consortia, through the Office of the Vice President of External Affairs, is engaged to identify and explore areas of cooperation and linkages with foreign and local institutions. It promotes meaningful collaboration that leads to student and faculty mobility, scholarship grants, curricular enhancement, research collaboration, and policy formulation, among others. The university has strong linkages with the following international organizations: UNIVOC, UMAT, Simeo Rixum, Simeo. Furthermore, Iloilo Science and Technology University has partnered with other international academic institutions in the Asia-Pacific region. Specific relevant activities to achieve objectives. Iloilo Science and Technology University has been an active participant in UNIVOC activities. The UNIVOC TVET Leadership Program for Asia and the Pacific has paved way for a stronger cooperation and collaboration among member countries. This event gave ESOTU an opportunity to forge stronger partnerships with other institutions in the Asia-Pacific region. ESOTU's president, Dr. Raoul F. Muyong, collaborated with other key players in the Asia-Pacific region on how to build global partnerships for inclusive and sustainable development. A memorandum of agreement between Iloilo Science and Technology University and Universitas PGRI Madiun, Indonesia was signed on August 8, 2019 to further enhance its partnership through the Faculty Exchange Program. The Office of the Vice President for External Affairs organized a 3-day webinar on instructional strategic planning and mentoring session for internationalization. The webinar was facilitated by the expertise of speakers from the Commission of Higher Education and other international institutions. It aimed to guide Iloilo Science and Technology University in setting its strategies and to implement future initiatives and endeavors in internationalization. It was attended by the university president, the vice presidents, members of the administrative council, dean and associate deans of the different colleges, administrators of different campuses, member of the vice president for external affairs team, and other core faculty members of each colleges. Iloilo Science and Technology University College of Education Graduate Education Program, in cooperation with the Office of the Vice President for External Affairs, successfully organized an international webinar entitled Educational Landscape During and Beyond the Pandemic. A triple-tiered perspective. This webinar focused on the mechanisms, strategies and interventions done by the academic institutions to cope up with the challenges of the pandemic. The international speakers shared the challenges they are experiencing as well as their best practices. The webinar was attended by the members of the academe from state universities, colleges all over the country, and from our international partner universities from Indonesia, Thailand, and Malaysia. Iloilo Science and Technology University College of Education Graduate School Program opened its doors to other state universities and colleges' benchmarking activities. The sharing of best practices during these activities foster camaraderie, cooperation and collaboration, which paved way to a better partnership between educational institutions. Systematic and effective procedures. The Office of the Vice President for External Affairs, through the Office of the National and International Affairs, spearhead the establishment of partnerships, linkages and consortia. These activities promote meaningful collaboration through series of programs, namely, faculty-student exchange, faculty immersion, student internship, research and extension activities, curricular program development, visiting fellows, benchmarking activities and professional lecture programs. Systematic and effective procedures were established for a faster and reliable processing of the programs and activities. Faculty, Student Exchange Program Quality Process. National and international trainings and conferences for students and faculty quality process. International Scholarship Application Quality Process. Benchmarking Activity Quality Process. Reasonable budget. Knowing the importance of internationalization to realize the university vision, mission, goals and objectives, the Board of Regents passed a resolution approving the proposal for budgetary requirements to support the operation of the Office of the Vice President for External Affairs. Educational landscape during and beyond the pandemic, a triple-tiered perspective. This international webinar was organized by the College of Education Graduate School Program in cooperation with the Office of the Vice President for External Affairs. It was well attended by the faculty members and students of College of Education Graduate School Program. First International Conference on Education and Technology. Dr. Raul F. Muyong attended the First International Conference on Education and Technology in PGRI Madiun, Indonesia as one of the keynote speaker. Dr. John Eric Juaneza, Dean of the College of Education and faculty member of the College of Education Graduate School Program attended the 7th Evaluation Meeting, Pre-Service Teacher Exchange in Southeast Asia, C-Teacher Project, in Malaysia on March 28 to 29. 2019. Awards of Distinction and Achievement and Grants. The College of Education was granted the Center of Development in Teacher Education. The college sustains and develops excellence by enhancing its teaching, research and service programs to further nation building and national development. Doctor of Education faculty members are all qualified experienced professionals and experts in their area of specialization. They are a Doctor of Education or Doctor of Philosophy degree holders. They have attended trainings, workshops, short courses to further improve their capabilities. They have been given grants, scholarships and invitation for professional lectures. Best practices. Organization of International Webinar on Education Landscape with international speakers. Organization of International Strategic Planning and Mentoring Webinar. Participation of faculty and students in international seminars, webinars and scholarships. Industry Recognition and Fellowship Program for Industry Partners. Benchmarking Activities. The College of Education Graduate School Program plans to further explore the possibilities of linkage development, cooperation and partnership with various sectors in local and international levels. Its future plans for internationalization include organization international webinars, seminars and conferences, continuous collaboration through lectures and research partnerships, visiting professors, faculty exchange, and acceptance of international students. To implement a sustainable internationalization program, the College of Education Graduate School Program is working hand-in-hand with the Office of the Vice President for External Affairs to help Iloilo Science and Technology University achieve its vision to be the leading science and technology university in Southeast Asia by 2030.
Good day, everyone. I am Arthur J. Cotimo, a graduate and Doctor of Education of Iloilo Science and Technology University, Iloilo City Main Campus, last October 10, 2016. When I enrolled in the university for my doctoral degree, I was a secondary school principal then. With the course, I've gained vast knowledge in understanding growth and education and management skills which helped me in leading people to become champions of quality education. Additional tasks were given to me, especially in the division level. These tasks include as Division ICT Coordinator and Division Culture and Arts Coordinator. With those special tasks, I've still performed well my regular job as secondary school principal. Before I graduated, I was promoted as Education Program Supervisor in Learning Resource Management of DepEd Schools Division of Guimaras. I have the task to oversee the quality assurance and management of locally developed learning resources for the use of the schools and of the learners of the schools division. I have been invited to various national, regional, and local gatherings to share inputs regarding quality assurance and development, and as well as the management of learning resources. With my trainings in ISATU, I've gained confidence in dealing with teachers and in leading the development of quality learning resources. Thank you very much, ISATU, my beloved alma mater, for this opportunity to share with you my growth because of your tutelage. Again, good day.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Gracia Divina Gracia Malazarte, an ISATU University graduate in 2008 in its doctoral program. My education, experiences, learnings, and credential has given me advantage for promotion to Principal 3 at Amentus 1 Elementary School in the division of Iloilo City. Aside from that, I was also chosen as the most outstanding principal in 2016 in the said division. God has also given me the skills and the talent to become a trainer, a facilitator, and a guest speaker in the different universities, colleges, private and public schools in Region 6, and also a National Educators Academy of the Philippines facilitator in Region 6, and also given the grace to become the anchor woman of Batang RMN Iloilo for 9 years. My experiences and my trainings has honed me to become a better professional, a better educator in molding and teaching our teachers and learners to become better members of our society. I pray to God that ISATU University will continue to educate more school leaders to become better trainers and facilitators of learning in the region in order to promote better and excellent education in the country. ISATU University, thank you so much. God bless you and kudos.
To the distinguished accreditors, university officials, ladies and gentlemen, good day to one and all. I am Dr. Virginia B. Pareñas, a graduate of one of the best universities in Iloilo City, the Iloilo Science and Technology University, or ISATU, with a degree Doctor of Education with concentration in Educational Management in 2016. I can say that the university is committed to provide quality and relevant advanced education in different fields of study, producing globally competitive graduates. This university nurtured me in achieving my goals. My leadership skills and potentials was developed through lectures, seminars, presentations, symposium, among others, as conducted by our caliber university professors. The value of integrity, commitment, accountability, responsiveness, and excellence were inculcated to us, whereby we live in and the values and attitudes are carried, manifested even to our respective employment. Therefore, I am proud to be an outstanding ISAT alumni for 2019. Presently, I am the campus administrator of the West Visayas State University, Pototan Campus. Thank you and God bless.